Welcome to this week's episode of What's Next. I am joined by my guys, my boys, as always. J Rob, how we feeling?
It's good, man. I'm here.
Here, as in California.
Nah, I'm here, man. I'm here on the green. I'm here. I'm feeling
Out and
good.
about.
Rue, how you feeling, man?
I'm here. That's right. I'm here.
How you feeling, Roy?
I'm here.
And you're, and then Ant will join us soon. He's attending to some other things right now, but he will join us very, very shortly. So let's get right into it, man. Best time of the year is back. Best time of year football season is back. Officially, training camp started for all 32 teams yesterday. Um, and we're back, man. I think it's honestly my favorite sport to watch, my favorite sport to be invested in throughout the whole season, especially with our expectations on our team. Well, the Eagles this year because of what they did last year. So, going right into it, man. Just give me pretty much your baseline of what you're expecting this year. Obviously, the schedule is got released a few months ago, and we're expecting it to be a tougher challenge than it was last year, 100%. But are you guys expecting us to dominate the same way that we did last year, or are you expecting to be some bumps along the road and kind of struggle throughout the season? Jay, start us off.
I expect us to dominate because we showed that we belong at the top of the food chain with all the other big dogs. So especially in the Super Bowl last year. So I mean, them being the champion, I don't feel like there's any other team that can take us off the path that we want to get to. So you know,
Right.
I'm not saying we're gonna go undefeated, but we'll definitely. I say five, four losses.
I think we said 13 and 4.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
that'll get us that buy and
for sure.
where we want anyway.
Ruben, what do you think, man?
No, yeah, like I agree. We're not gonna start the season off like 8-0. I do predict 4 or 5 losses. I think our over under is actually 11 and a half.
11 and a half. Yeah.
I think we smashed that over personally. I do think we're the best team in football. Like
Okay. From top to
actual
bottom, like overall.
yeah,
Okay.
we're in the conversation with like the Chiefs and the Bengals and the Bills, but we're just better all around.
Right.
And I think our QB still has a ton of fire under him. And that's just the important aspect of the game. Like he lost a Super Bowl, in my opinion, MVP of that Super Bowl still could definitely be an argument for that.
For sure.
But, just got a big payday and, not much insider information, but the payday doesn't really matter to him because he just wants to bring a chip to the city. And I think us as Eagles fans with him, we're expecting that for
Right.
sure. So I do think he's got a little bit of pressure. What do you guys think? Do you think like he's kind of like not laid back, but
Nah, no, no,
I
no.
mean,
like
yeah, because he had the good year and then he got the contract. So I think there's still going to be some talk to see if he could produce the same way that he did last year, especially with the big contract that he got. So pressure, maybe a little bit, but I wouldn't say it's like as much as pressure was last year.
He had to prove himself last year. If not, he was gone. So like last year was the his make or break season. I think this year proves as it is going to be proven as like was he worth the money that we paid him? That's all it is. Pretty much the same thing how the Phillies paid Bryce Harper. Like he had to prove it, and he's lived up to every penny and more. He's honestly underpaid now, well with the
yeah,
way things look. So Jalen Hurts. But the thing is, when you get the a guy like Jalen Hurts' his attitude, you don't see that laid back demeanor at all. Like I think he blames himself for losing that Super Bowl. He blames himself. So I think that's just of
And
us losing
and
that
blames
bowl.
him too.
Yeah, and that's a conversation we've delved into multiple times. But he blames himself. He puts the loss on his shoulders. He said it multiple times. Jason Kelsey also said it, but Jason Kelsey said, "Man, you outplayed Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl. Like you had the best performance in the Super Bowl ever." And you can make that argument that from a losing standpoint, he had the best performance of any losing quarterback besides honestly Tom Brady in 2017 when he lost to us. That was the only one that I can remember of that great of a performance not coming out on the winning side. So I think he's gonna take that fire and just I think we're gonna dominate as well. And I do expect us to lose some games. We're gonna lose a game or two that we should not, for whatever reason. It's just football and it's any given Sunday. But I think for the course of the season, we are gonna dominate, especially the NFC. Like no team is touching us in the NFC. That is like a for sure thing, you know. In the AFC, we wait till we get to the Super Bowl again because I honestly, with the roster we have put together, people are trying to make a case that the coaching is a problem as far as like it's a new coach, but I'm like we're running the same system. We got a more aggressive defensive coordinator, but offensively it's Brian Johnson who's been with him since he's known him since he was 4 years old. Like they have chemistry, they have camaraderie, they have the same exact offense, and they got a couple running backs. So
Do you think our offensive scheme is going to be the same with DeAndre Swift and Penny?
I think it's going to be even better. Yeah,
everything though, like not like I mean it changes in a good way because it takes Jalen Hurts off his legs, but like at the same time, it takes Jalen Hurts off his legs.
Mm-hmm.
Like who would you rather have? Like technically run the ball. Obviously, you don't want your QB to run and like risk injury, but
you're still going to have those, those RPOs that you're still going to implement those. I just don't think it's just going to be as many, especially with him being so accurate throwing the ball.
You don't think they're going to run the RPO action a lot? I think actually I think they will, considering the fact that Swift now can catch out of the backfield as well. So like you have to account for Swift and Rashad Penny running the football as well as both of them catching the football. And then you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I think they'll do it, but I don't think that the read will always be him running.
Oh no, yeah, okay, all right, I see what you're saying. Yeah, right. You think he'll hand it off a little bit more and to the all right. Yeah, that makes sense. Right. Yeah, for sure. Because with our offensive line, I mean, an average running back can look pretty good behind our offensive line. So you add a guy like
our
Rashad
offensive
Penny,
line is like $16 offensive line right now.
Rashad Penny is the best running back behind a great offensive line. He averages 6 yards per carry, and best offensive line in the game. I'm kind of expecting that, and DeAndre Swift being that like Austin Eckler type of player, that McCaffrey type of player, not as good though.
Yeah.
And he's coming off of like an injury year in Detroit, but I'm totally excited for him. I'm not the guy that's like, oh my god, like he has his injuries, like for him, don't pay him because people. But
I think the thing with DeAndre Swift and even Rashad Penny, these guys are coming from teams that they had to tote the rock as many times as they did because they had no other options. So that exposed them to injury, in my opinion, more so than a guy like Miles Sanders and Kenny Gainwell and Boston Scott because they're getting time off their feet. You know what I mean? DeAndre Swift isn't going to have to run the football 25 times a game. Rashad Penny won't have to do that. So I think they're going to get a lot of touches, of course, but I think it's going to be good the fact that we have 4 running backs that we can hand the ball off to and can do the same thing.
I don't know where what schemes are you going to try first in order to stop this offense?
You don't.
I do think the first 3 weeks though is going to be us trying brand new things constantly because
we're going
the same, but like we can change the scheme a ton.
They're gonna be out there playing Madden
throughout the whole season.
Bro. Yeah. When you look at our offense, dog, like what do you do? Like literally, I'm not even just trying to be, but like, what do? You want to stop the run? You want to come up and bring in the box? All right, fine. You got 2 number 1 wide receivers on the outside that no one can stop 1-on-1, and then you got Dallas Goedert, who's a top 3 tight end, and then you got Jalen Hurts slinging the rock, bro. What do you do? Like you can't do anything. That's you just basically be like, I hope Jalen Hurts has an off day throwing the football. That's all you can say. There's nothing else to do. You know what I mean? Maybe get physical with the receivers, but like AJ Brown is a freak of nature, and then Smitty can get open against anyone. So to me, it's going to be fun to watch what we do to these defenses that think that they can maybe create a scheme to stop us because they can't. So my only question mark will be our defense. That's the only question mark I have. Is our defense. And I'm not saying that we can't like put up numbers like we did last year because we got younger on the defensive line. We still got the main pieces intact. We still got 2 all-pro corners. we don't have. I don't know what we're gonna get from the safety position, but I'm really excited. And remember his name, Sidney Brown. That boy is about to be special in this system. And I'm telling you right now, he nice. So if you see him getting started reps week 1, you heard it here first. All right. So Ant has joined us now. So Ant, what do you expect coming into the season by our beloved Philadelphia Eagles, man?
First of all, yes, Jalen Hurts gets some blame from that Super Bowl. I listened to everything y'all was saying.
Oh,
Some blame, some. I never said he gets all of it. I'm just gonna say that, and then that conversation's done. We're not talking
Yeah.
about it anymore.
No.
We're on the next year. Well, this year. This year, I think it's gonna be another good year. I mean, it's going. I think we're gonna win 13 games, but I don't think it's gonna be in the dominant fashion that we were kind of like winning last year. I think it's gonna be a little bit tougher to get those wins. We're gonna be challenged a little bit more. Our schedule's a little bit tough, a lot tougher actually. But we got Bills. We got the Bills on our schedule. We got the Chiefs on our schedule. Jets are good. Dolphins, uh, Niners. So like we're gonna be playing some of the top teams in the NFL. But like Jay said, we can hold our own with any of them, and we're better than all of them all around. So
Right.
it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good to see us play against some actual competition. So all the haters can shut the hell up and say, "Oh, their schedule was good." But if we're 13-4 with the schedule we have, no one can say anything. We're just that fucking good.
Agreed.
And we
Honestly,
showed it in the playoffs anyway, because in the playoffs we played 2 games before the Super Bowl, won both of those games in dominant fashion. So it's like no matter what you could say about the Niners getting their quarterbacks injured, they could not fuck with us. The Giants never had a chance. So it doesn't matter. Like I don't know what people are trying to. They just like to hate because they know we're gonna get amped up if they start hating on us. So
Exactly.
I think it's gonna be another good year.
Well, I think this year also is like, I think the last year of us like being underdogs. Like if we do have a dominant year, win 12 games, win 13 games, I think the media will finally treat, the Philadelphia Eagles right better. Not like
I think they're still
not like
gonna
it
find
matters,
something to
but
say,
like,
bro. Honestly,
but that sort of talk, like people always talk about us specifically. They don't talk about the Bills or Kansas City or like Dallas and their losses. But like when the Eagles, when they're winning, like it's our schedule. It's this easy, The QBs went down. The Giants aren't good enough. Like stuff like that. Like
yeah,
No, I think we're getting our respect. Like from what I'm hearing around, like that them top media guys, like they're giving us the NFC like right off the bat.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
they don't think anyone in the NFC can fuck with us. So I mean, in that aspect, I think we're good. But when it comes down to it, it's always gonna be that quarterback shit. So if we play the Chiefs, they're gonna take Patrick Mahomes. If we play the Bills, they're probably gonna take Josh Allen.
Yeah,
If we play the Bengals, they're probably gonna take Burrow. So like
they're for sure.
it's always those things that you gotta watch out for when the games come against those teams because that's mainly what people's picks are based off of, the quarterback.
Yeah,
People don't even care about the entire team. Like people were literally picking the Chiefs to win the Super Bowl because of Patrick Mahomes. It had nothing to do with
that's it.
anything else on their team. It was just Mahomes. I'm taking the Chiefs. Oh yeah, I got Mahomes. Same thing with Brady back in the day. They picked Brady. They picked whatever team Brady's on because Brady's on it. Oh, they got Brady. Yeah, they're gonna win. Like it's just how that goes. So if Jalen Hurts has another year like he did last year, he's going to be one of those guys that, he going up against Patrick Mahomes, I'll take Jalen Hurts. He going up against Josh Allen, I'll take Jalen Hurts. So I
Yeah,
think that's the conversation that's going to start happening if he has another year like last year.
yeah.
for sure.
Who
Rory,
do you
let me get Rory in here. Rory, you being the lone Giants fan on in our group, realistically, what do you expect from your team coming into the season after last year making the playoffs with a new head coach? Saquon had a resurgence at running back. Daniel Jones had an okay year with behind from what he did prior in the past. Do you expect? And now they gave him a bag too, so he's under some pressure too to live up to that deal because they have no other choice there. So what do you expect the Giants to do this season?
Get back to the playoffs, bro.
Okay, like
It's literally simple,
that's
bro. They get back to the playoffs. We already hit rock bottom.
right. So like you're expecting your team to make the playoffs for sure.
100%.
Well, I mean, like, huh?
How many
Am I saying
wins?
Yeah, how many wins?
We don't get over 9.
Over 9?
for sure.
Wild card team.
That's like gonna be a wild. That's gonna be a wild card. I think in the NFC though,
It's
besides the
possible
Eagles,
in the NFC.
it's possible in the NFC for sure. Because the only teams that people really talk about is Eagles, Dallas, and 49ers. And those are the three best teams in the NFC for sure. And but when you look at it though, other teams are like Minnesota is always going to be in there with the offense that they have. Um, Seattle now they got some good pieces on defense and they got a really good wide receiver core. It's just a matter of Geno Smith is going to have kind of the same year he had last year, which Geno is he had a great year last year. I just don't expect that because I just have too much of a big sample size on Geno Smith to really like think that he's going to be that good again. But coaching matters. Pete Carroll's a good coach, and he's won a Super Bowl, so I think Seahawks are going to be in play there. I think, but besides that, there's really no teams that kind of pop out to me. People are picking Detroit a lot in that division in the NFC North, and maybe you could look out for them, but I don't.
Perspective.
I don't think Rams gonna be
The
good.
Lions are sleepers.
No, I don't think the Rams are going to be good. I really don't. That like besides Stafford and Kupp, I really don't see anything else. And then like Donald, yeah, but like there's no other pieces there. Like they have no running game at all. Like Cooper Kupp is the lone good wide receiver on that team, and it's just he has to stay healthy. Stafford's coming off injury. That defense only has Aaron Donald. Like I don't see nobody like Jalen Ramsey's gone. So, and Bobby Wagner's gone back to Seattle. So, I don't see the Rams doing much in that division with Seattle and the 49ers ahead of them, and yeah.
Who's y'all like your top three guys that you think is under the most microscope this year?
Dak Prescott.
Yeah.
Dak Prescott. Yeah, Dak's number one to me in my opinion of like pressure.
And then A-Rod.
Aaron Rodgers too, because he did take a pay cut to be with the Jets. He took a $35 million pay cut to be with that team. They got everybody that he wanted to get in the Jets. They brought for him over there. They have a top 3 defense. They brought his boys to play receiver. He's back. He says he's happy to be in New York. So I think he's under pressure to compete for that division, which is going to be tough with Miami and Buffalo. But
you think it's more of the GM than it is A-Rod, or is A-Rod?
What do you like to what for like them to make the playoffs?
No, under the most pressure between that organization.
Oh no, I think it's A-Rod. I think like when you get a guy like Aaron Rodgers, he's the one under the pressure. Like the quarterback will be under the pressure. Nobody's saying Jerry Jones is under pressure with Dallas. Like it's Jerry Jones. Like people are saying Dak is got the pressure, and I think Dak is the guy that has the most pressure. Another one that kind of comes to mind is Lamar Jackson. I think Lamar he got OBJ, he got receivers. And he not under pressure.
Go ahead, bro. Keep going.
you already started. I think Lamar is under pressure because if he doesn't perform this year with all the stuff that happened in this offseason, saying that they didn't pay him, they didn't want to pay him, they did not want to pay him, and they ended up having to pay him because they had no other option. So he's got to live up to that money as well. He topped Jalen Hurts' contract, which made him the highest paid quarterback in history until Justin Herbert just the other day, which is another one that has pressure on him. Like these quarterbacks that got this bag have pressure on them to perform. And the reason I say Dak has the most is because of the year he had last year and because the Cowboys are at the point where they got Brandon Cooks for him now. They got Stephon Gilmore on defense. Like he has to do something this year, Dak. If not, I think they're going to start looking in another direction for quarterbacks, which I fully expect next offseason.
Who's your sleeper?
Sleeper to do something this year?
I got 2. I wouldn't even call them sleepers. It's more
AFC and NFC.
Browns in the AFC. I think the Browns in the AFC are sleepers. With Deshaun Watson
too. I think Deshaun gonna go off this year.
What happened?
No, I said that was my pick too. I think Deshaun will go off this year.
I agree.
I'm gonna go Lions and Jaguars.
I don't think Jaguars are a sleeper. That division is like kind of
they're not a sleeper anymore.
Like they're the best team in that division by a
They
long
got a
shot.
lot better this year, but there's still higher expectations for them. I wouldn't say they're a
Sure.
sleeper, but that's what I expect to like really show off.
In the NFC, I'll also say the Lions. I think the Lions. I wanted to say the Bears, but I just don't know what I'm going to get from that offensive line to protect Justin Fields. Like, because I really want Justin Fields to succeed. I want to say them in that division. I don't trust Minnesota to come on top of that division, but I'm gonna say the Lions because they have offensive talent. They got a good defense. Dan Campbell to me is a great coach. So Lions and the Browns are my picks. How about you, Ant?
I'll go back to who's under the most pressure.
Oh, okay.
I got the two guys y'all said first, Dak and A-Rod. And then I'm saying Josh Allen because that dude hasn't done anything either. He hasn't won anything.
Yeah, I like that, Josh.
That's a good one.
Because everyone loves that guy, but he gets no media attention in terms of pressure, and there's definitely pressure on him. His best wide receiver has been calling him out, bitching for the ball, like so he has to perform when it matters most because his performance tanks as the season goes on. He starts throwing picks and turning the ball over like a madman as the season goes on. So he has to learn how to take care of the ball in the most important games. So
True.
I'm not hearing anything about Lamar under pressure. I'm just gonna leave that where that is. And then my sleepers.
Why do you think he's not
why
under
don't you
any
think
pressure?
he's not under any pressure at all?
What is the pressure?
He don't have to live up.
They
He don't have
didn't
to live up to that
want to
bridge.
pay him, bro. Like
Why?
your
Because of his
organization.
injury history.
I don't know why the organization didn't want to pay him.
Yeah, I don't know either. He deserved to get paid. I give you heck. He deserved to get paid. The Ravens should have paid him immediately when he asked for it, but he got to live up to that money. He don't got to live up to that bread.
Of course, he has to live up to the money, but I don't think like
That's pressure.
like what. So what? Like I don't think it's like monumental pressure though. Like this is gonna make or break him because they already paid him. Who they trading him for? There's no market for him because he came out and said he requested a trade. No one wanted him, so the Ravens are stuck with him no matter what's going on. So it don't matter. I think Josh Allen has to win because they were trying to make him and Mahomes the top dogs in the AFC 2 years ago, and he is letting Joe Burrow take that right from him. So he needs to step it
let
up
him
and
take
beat.
that from him.
So you don't
him.
think Lamar has the same expectations as Josh Allen does?
No, I think Josh Allen has more expectations than Lamar because everyone anoints him as this fucking godsend when he's not really showing he's the godsend all the time when it matters most.
I can't really
he
disagree
needs
with
to-
that at all. Like, I really can't disagree with that at all. Like, I understand what you're coming from. I'm saying Lamar has pressure. Maybe not this year, but I think Lamar has pressure in the next couple of years to do something, bro. Get to an AFC Championship, get to a Super Bowl to live up to this deal. Like, no one wanted him. They didn't want to pay him. So, like, I think I'm saying pressure to try to prove them wrong and prove the league wrong, in my opinion.
That's
Because
fine.
I got to always say he's electric. He is an electric player to watch. You guys know how I feel about him as a passer and as a quarterback, but that's another situation. Like, but I think he's electric. He deserved his money for sure.
So really, it's just built-in pressure. It's not pressure around the league.
The reason why I'm not trying to say Lamar.
Agreed.
The reason why I'm not trying to say Lamar is because we always talk about Lamar. Everyone always talks about him, just like Dak. Everyone always talks about Dak. Like those two dudes, everyone always talks about when this pressure comes. But somehow Josh Allen just goes by the wayside. He's always in the MVP conversation. So like, I don't understand why no one wants to talk about him when they say there's pressure going around these guys. Like Lamar and Dak having the most pressure, okay, but Josh Allen has just as much pressure as them, I think.
I agree. For sure. Rory, what you think, Rory?
My all right, go ahead, Rory.
My fault.
No,
go ahead, Rory.
I'll go.
All right, my sleepers are the Raiders and
Raiders.
Seattle.
Raiders too.
Raiders and Seattle.
Too.
Yeah.
Seattle's a good pick. Why do you think the Raiders are a sleeper?
Well, I mean, I think now that we'll see what happens with Jimmy G, but I think if Jimmy G's healthy, he's solid at quarterback. Josh Jacobs, he's still, I don't know what that situation is, but hopefully he plays. If he plays, that's a plus for them. And then they got Devontae over there too, and they made some moves, got some defensive pieces. I just think Vegas, like I don't know. I always have a thought about them every year. I'm like, they can be good. Like they just be having little bullshit moments going on throughout the season where they're in games that they should win and they don't win. Like Derek Carr, when he was the quarterback, he always used to play so good against Kansas City, and he would always give them a run for their money. And I'm watching them play Kansas City all the time, and I'm like, damn, like if they play like that the whole year, like they could be in the fucking playoffs, like easily, because
Yeah.
they have talent around, they have talent there. It's just it doesn't always come together. But maybe that's an organizational thing because that organization was in fumes when they got Gruden and Antonio Brown. That shit just blew up in their face.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying the Raiders. And then the Seattle, like you were saying, they drafted good. They drafted good. They got dude from Ohio State. They got that
I'm gonna
corner.
use the bathroom real quick, y'all.
They got a corner
Smith. Yeah.
in the first round too. Devin Witherspoon.
Witherspoon,
and
yeah.
Smith and Jigba.
Yeah.
So like those two, I think, and they got Bobby back.
Yeah, they got Bobby back.
Like you said, it's all gonna be on Geno. Geno needs to have another year like last year. Like, he doesn't have to be like spectacular, but if he's just good with him, Kenneth Walker, and then you got Lockett, Metcalf, and Smith and Jigba. Their tight end's good too. Like, so I think
That's a
all
great
that
trio right there.
together, they got a good offense.
Mm-hmm.
And their defense is coming along as well. The defense is starting to get back to that Legion of Boom status. Like they're getting a lot of young guys in there who are really good, and I think there'll be something. Maybe this year, if not this year, next year.
Right, Rory. What you think, Rory? Who's under the most pressure for you, and who's your sleepers in the AFC and NFC?
I don't feel like it has to be players. Me, I would say. I would
You
say
mean like
Sean
your
Payton.
teams? Oh, Sean
Yeah,
Payton.
I'll say
Okay.
Sean Payton for sure. Just kind of how the
And
Broncos went out last
in
year.
Denver.
Like it was all the hype around that team, bro.
I
Last
forgot.
year,
I forgot
it
all
was
about
all
Russell
that hype.
Wilson.
Yeah,
It was
right.
literally all that hype, bro. I feel like it's two people on that team, Russell Wilson and Sean Payton.
Yeah,
I
that's
forgot
That's too
about
much
Russ,
hype,
man.
bro.
I forgot about the
Niggas,
Broncos in
niggas.
general.
I did not. Nah, I ain't forget
That they existed.
at all. Niggas lost some yellow bread.
Sean Payton. Okay, I agree.
Dak, but we already talked about that.
Yeah, I think this is
Yeah,
make or
so
break for Dak, for real, like make or break.
yeah.
Yeah,
Like, I
you know
was
what I mean?
gonna say Herbert, but
I think he's under. Honestly, I think he's
I
under
think he under
pressure.
pressure too.
I don't really think
Yeah.
there's that much pressure on him. Like I don't
What you
know.
think? You think it's on the organization itself?
Yeah.
Because the Chargers are just known to fold. Like it doesn't even
Them
matter. It don't matter
niggas,
who
them
the
niggas
quarterback
choke.
is.
They
It
choke.
don't matter who the coach is. It don't matter what team they have. They just fold. Like it's guaranteed. Just like the Cowboys, they're the Cowboys of the AFC. They just fold when it matters most every single time, no matter how good they look. It's guaranteed, and no team has broken that yet.
That is true. I 100%. Who your sleepers are, Rory?
I took his
That's
one.
tough.
You took
You
Raiders.
did, you
You gonna
faggot.
say Raiders?
I think you took
Yeah.
Raiders Seattle.
Yeah.
That's tough, bro. I don't know. Like, I want to say some outlandish shit like the NFC South, somebody in that
Like
division.
the
You might as
Falcons,
well, bro. It's a sleeper pick. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
Bro, you feel me? Because like,
the
bro,
Saints.
that division up for grabs.
What about
Bro,
the
it
Saints?
really is.
Not the Saints. Not the
With
Saints.
Derek Carr as the quarterback now, like I don't, Chris Olave. Maybe.
Slant Boy's
I'm
back.
gonna say the Panthers.
I think he's gonna have a good year.
Michael
I
Thomas.
think he's gonna have a good year.
I don't even know what to expect. He hasn't
You
played.
said
in
the
like
Panthers, Rory.
Panthers. Bro, I'm trying to think because like
Yeah. What about
I
the
don't wanna-
Bucks?
I don't want to say
No,
obvious.
no.
Who is their quarterback?
Baker
Who's their
Mayfield.
quarterback?
Baker Mayfield.
Oh hell no. Yeah, I'm picking
No.
the Panthers for sure.
We're destroying them week 3. Oh my god.
Panthers
Roy,
have
I really
CJ,
wanted
right?
to pick the Panthers to win the division, bro. I wanted to.
I like
bad.
the Panthers, bro.
I wanted to pick
If
them
you
to win the
watch them,
division bad,
if
bro.
you watch them at the end of the year, you'll be like, all right, they building something here, and they just got
Bro,
Bryce Young.
they had like a top 10 defense the whole year.
They did. The offense was just poop.
The
So they
offense
had
was
Sam
terrible,
Darnold,
though.
Baker
Who's the weapons
Mayfield,
around Bryce now? Who
that
they
Miles
got?
Sanders.
I know for sure.
Miles
That's
Nah,
it.
literally,
That's
Miles
the only
Sanders.
person I know.
That's the only person I know.
They
don't know
gave
no
away
one else.
DJ Moore to Chicago. So like
Yeah,
that's one that I want to take. I want to take Chicago because
He was such
Justin
a
Fields
nah,
bad
got
fantasy pick.
huh?
nah. I
You
have
don't think
no
so?
faith in Justin Fields.
Remember we got
Everyone's
draft night?
gassing him too.
I want no.
We
I'm
got
not gassing because he didn't do like
No, I'm
very.
not saying you're gassing him. I'm saying everyone else
People
is.
are, yeah, for sure. People want to put him like, oh, he's like the next
oh
best dual threat.
Bro, they
Like,
ranked
no,
them. Bro,
oh
they ranked them ahead of somebody, bro, in the top 100. The NFL top 100. They ranked them ahead of somebody. I could. They ranked them ahead of Trevor
a
Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence, yeah, they ranked him ahead of Trevor.
I'm like, bro,
Yeah,
this
he came out
dude
the
threw for
same year
barely
too.
2,000 yards. I know he ran for a rack, but he threw for barely 2,000
he
yards. And
barely
y'all always
2,000
want to.
yards.
They always want to bash Lamar because he don't throw the ball. But y'all gonna put him 88 in the NFL? Are you kidding me?
Oh, speaking of the
And
top
they
100,
put Devontae Smith 100.
yeah, so I was just about to get to that. Like, do y'all think that was too low for Devontae Smith?
I
What?
can't. I have to
A
see.
100.
I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait.
No,
Honestly, no, never mind. It's too low because they
I
rank
got,
D
I
Hop
got,
higher
I
than him.
gotta
And he's
see.
better
I
than
have
D
to
Hop
see.
right
I
now.
have to see. I have to see the rest of the list, bro.
Nah,
Bro.
he not. He's
I'm
better
saying
than D Hop, and they put D Hop like 80. He's over him
just off the
now.
guys that they put ahead of him, I'm saying it's too low, bro. They put guys ahead of him. I'm like,
And
how do you put?
he's better than Scary Terry. They put him ahead
He's
of him
better than
too.
Terry McLaurin. Yes, yes,
Yeah,
I've said that he is better than Terry McLaurin.
he's better
Do
than
y'all
him
think he's?
and D Hop.
Yep. Do y'all think he better than CD?
That's close.
No,
I
Well,
I
I don't
prefer
know
I
though,
prefer
because
Devontae,
like
bro.
That's close.
it's
I
because CD
prefer
gets
Because
all,
CD.
all the targets, bro.
CD can
Like,
work outside and inside. Like I don't really see much of Devontae working inside. He
He don't
can,
because
but I don't see
he
it. I don't
can.
see it
Yeah,
as much. I'm not saying he can't do it, but I don't
yeah.
see it as much as CD. Like CD literally like made it a point. I'm gonna go inside and cook y'all like on Christmas Eve. Like that's how he got off. He was in the slot the whole game.
Yeah,
Like
he
I
went
think
crazy because
like
they couldn't guard him.
I don't think Devontae's doing that. So I might give the edge to CD there. Like CD's I respect him. He's nice.
I'm gonna no. He is nice, but
I think
I
he
just
can.
I think he could but we just don't see it. So like I don't you never you don't
But
know
he also doesn't have the same offensive setup that CD has. Like we have
for
way
sure.
more weapons on our side than we do. So like if you put Devontae, if you switch them, I feel like they can do the same. They can do the
I'm not
same
saying
thing.
no. I didn't. I don't know if you missed it. I said I don't. I think he can do it. I just don't see it. So I'm gonna give. If I see CD working outside and inside, and on any given day, no matter what the game, like depending on the game plan, he could do both equally good. Like so, I'm like, all right, that's a plus for him. I'll give him that.
So
Right.
you think you like CD better?
Over Devontae right now, yeah, I would do that. Yeah, I say CD's
I
the
think
second best
Devontae the third
receiver
best receiver
in the division.
I think Devontae third. Yeah, I think Devontae, like, if you're going to put him interchangeable with CD, fine, 2, 3. But AJ, to me, is the best receiver in the NFC East. And that's, like, I don't think that's a question. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
but
that's pretty much
people want to
it.
argue CD or AJ. Like, people want to argue that. And I don't think that's an argument. Like, I don't think you can.
Nah,
You know, like, so
argue with that.
I think CD might be playing the slot a lot this year, too, because they got Brandon Cooks and Michael
And they
Gallup.
still got Gallup.
You know what I mean? So like he might be playing the slot a lot this year, which is when we play them, we got to figure that out. Maddox has to be healthy because if you guys don't remember, I don't know if you guys remember, like during that game, CD
Yeah,
did not start going off until Maddox
Max
got
got
hurt.
hurt. Yeah.
Yeah, like CD started cooking. They was like, all right, like he's hurt now. They put who they put Josiah Scott in slot, and he said now it's time to eat. You know what I mean? And we was leaving him 1-on-1. So you know what I mean, like. But he wasn't doing that. Maddox was like, we actually had Maddox stayed healthy. I think that would have determined a lot in that game too, because CD cooked us.
But that game just was a formula for what the Chiefs did to us in the Super Bowl. They just attacked the
Exactly.
middle of the field. That's been our weakness for the last like 2-3 years because our linebacking core isn't that good, and we have troubles in the slot because Mags don't stay healthy. If he's healthy, he's damn good in the slot. But if he's not out there, we don't have a third corner. So that's the problem. And they don't want to go outside anyway, so they're always going to try to attack the middle of the field. But that's just how it goes.
That's football. I mean, like your game plan.
Everyone got a weakness.
Yeah, everyone got a weakness, and they're going to exploit it. It's just a matter of like if we can just get that crucial stop, that crucial turnover in certain situations. You know what I mean? Like, but at the same time, Maddox is already dealing. I just saw a report yesterday. He's already dealing with injury, like in first day of training camp, and he's already hurt with some toe injury or whatever. So like, He didn't
Same
practice.
shit happened in last year.
Exactly. So like you can't
Yeah,
expect
like
him to stay
turf toe,
healthy.
right?
He last year he did, yeah, but this year he's got some like toe soreness or something stupid like that. That's why he didn't practice yesterday. Which like I'm not expecting him to stay healthy the entire year. So I expect us to kind of have that same issue. I don't know unless they put Keely Ringo in the at nickel and or somebody else that we drafted. Maybe who else did we like? Who else like can you put there? Like what I mean? Ain't nobody
They're gonna
else.
have to, they're gonna have to figure that out though, because that's a
They,
problem. Because our
that is an
linebackers are
issue.
not good. So
Nakobe, you don't think Nakobe Dean is good?
we'll have to see it. But
Right.
going into the year, I'm not expecting anything from the linebacking core. Like if they perform well, then all right, I'll have a different opinion. But my opinion going into the season is that the middle of our defense is our biggest weak link, and it's a very evident weak link. We
Yeah.
didn't bring back TJ. Kazir is gone too.
Kazir's gone.
So I don't know what the hell we got now.
I think they're gonna play Nolan Smith at edge. Like I don't think they're gonna play him in the middle, like covering in the middle of the field. So like, that from what I got yesterday, he was only at edge and he was only rushing the quarterback. I don't know what else they're gonna have him do. And but I think our D line is. But the thing is, like, our D line is so good. I think it's gonna make up for the deficiency.
But here's what here's my problem with last year. Like I don't really understand why we didn't just blitz more.
Mm-hmm.
The middle of our defense is already ass. Just send them at the fucking quarterback. Like I know we can get the forward, but they can't fucking cover. Just send them at the quarterback. Like just let them run. Let them run free. They're fast as hell. Let them run free. Like let them go get the quarterback. Let them do something else other than try to fucking play zone defense, which they can't do. Like I didn't like that. We have the outside locked
it's
up.
Gannon.
The outside is locked up. Like no Bradbury Slade. You ain't getting shit. Like so what's the point? Why are you keeping guys in coverage? Go get the fucking quarterback. We would have had like 80 sacks.
6.
We'd have had like 100 sacks if we just blitzed.
That is true. We got 70 plus sacks with just rushing 4, sometimes 5, but like that was rare. So imagine all the other sacks we could have got rushing all those guys. Which I think with the aggressive, what's I've heard from this defensive coordinator, he wants to be more aggressive. He wants to let guys run loose. He's not going to hold these guys back from reaching their potential as far as like they're just going to play aggressive. They're gonna blitz. they're gonna stunt a lot of stuff. They're gonna try to mix up coverages, and I'm excited to see what we're gonna do. Because we got the core of our defense there. The D line is still intact. We replaced Javon Hargrave with Jalen Carter. You know what I mean? Jordan Davis I think he's gonna be a huge part of that, stopping that run. Reddick and Sweat are still on the outside. You know what I mean? Fletch had a great year last year.
They said his conditioning has been like 20 times better than it was last year.
Who?
Jordan.
Oh, Jordan Davis. Yeah, he's coming into the camp.
Does he know you about to play?
Yeah, he is.
He
is gonna play a lot. So I think that's big. I'm excited to see what we're gonna do, and week 1 can't get here soon enough because I'm amped. You know what I mean?
Philly Bulldogs, Roy, watch out! Coming for Daniel Jones, bum ass.
Don't
kill him. Don't do that. You know better.
Oh, niggas suck.
You don't even believe that.
You don't believe this.
Bro, y'all gonna be shocked, bro. We ready to be 5-0 to start the season.
That's cool. Don't lose 5 in a row.
Yep.
No, we good. Trust me, we good.
What's
bro?
You
saw the schedule yesterday and didn't even you was like, take the bet away because you didn't want to bet me.
Bro, I want the 8. Let me get 8. Let me just get 8.
You said over 9.
You said over 9 just now.
Nah, I said 9, but
you
said
we're gonna cut
9.
that clip up because you said over 9.
Nah, I said 9 wins yesterday, but today I said over 9 wins. But nah,
you
bro,
feeling good?
Let me just get 8. Let me get 8. We good.
So you're going down. You come week 1, you like, let me get 6.
Let me get 8.5.
8.5. You want 8.5 over 8.5 wins?
Let me get 8.5.
I'll give you that. We could bet it on. We could bet it right here because you're not winning.
Yo, that's another thing though. I want to talk about.
What?
So I feel like during football season, like on Thursday, we should discuss all right, what team is going to win this week. We each should come to the on video chat with at least 1 pick or 2 picks, and we just make a parlay.
I like that.
That'd be cool.
We give the people our parlay. But we're gonna have to
That'll
drop
be
the
cool to do.
episode. We're gonna have to drop the episode literally Friday then.
That's well. Let's do it. Let's do it on Wednesday because there's Thursday games. So like let's do it
That's
on
facts.
Wednesday, and we could do Thursday games.
Fuck the Thursday game. That's
Nah,
Hey, I ain't
we
gonna lie.
play on
Thursday
Thursday the
games.
first week.
Nah, we got Thursday games, bro.
We play
What
the
that mean?
Vikings the first Thursday of the week, first Thursday of the season. Besides, no, the second one actually.
How add this? You can't pick your team. You gotta pick another game. So we can't pick the Eagles. Roy can't pick the Giants.
I would never bet on Jones, bro.
Because I can come in here and just put the Eagles every week. We
Which is what I was gonna do. So
That's why I said 2 picks.
yeah, we could do that. We could do that. That's fine.
Nah, we can do one. We can do one at 5 of us. So we do
Yeah,
5
let's
pick
do that.
parlay. And then
Of like just
we
any
good.
random game and just like whatever random game and just pick that game.
Yeah, it gotta be the team, the spread, or the over. It can't be like
So we're gonna do like a
player prop.
competition. Whoever get the most wins, like win some, make it interesting.
No, we're gonna put it in a parlay.
We're gonna put it in a parlay, but we can do that too, though. We can do that too.
Same, make it interesting.
Drop
Whoever
the player
got the
prop.
best record, you know.
Win something at the end of it.
Yo, and
So,
also, the odds can't be no greater than 250 or 200.
Okay.
So you can't roach your fucking pick. So you can't pick like a minus fucking 500. No, I'm not jacking it.
I'm picking it. Oh yeah. Chiefs beating the Falcons. Yeah.
That shit gonna be minus 750.
You gonna have to pick the spread.
Spread gonna be 15.
Hey, you can't adjust anything. You gotta take everything straight up.
You got. We could do that. We could do that. Definitely could do that.
Nah, that's a bet. We'll do that. I like
And
that.
speaking of which kind of like goes hand in hand. We this is the first time we all were involved in a fantasy league last year, and winner right here, champion. Yeah. How I did not cheat.
Yo, did you get paid?
Roy wasn't in the
Did you
league.
get paid?
Roy wasn't in the
I was in
league.
that.
Right. I realized that.
It was real. He roached you for $50. It's crazy.
I ended up getting it like opening day of the Phillies season, but it's all cool. But
They give you that shit all in ones. Shit crazy.
What you got there, Andy?
But what do you got? All right,
Football.
so like who are your guys like? Well, I don't know if we could talk about that because I don't know if you want to give away y'all whatever, but I don't really care. Like, who are y'all going like first round? Who are y'all picking for sure?
It
Like,
definitely just depends where you fall. So like,
yeah, I mean, but
all right.
Who
so
you
If
got?
I get the number one pick, I'm taking Justin Jefferson.
yeah,
no,
yeah,
that's the wrong pick.
that's not the wrong pick.
That's the
How
wrong
is it
pick.
the wrong pick?
That's not
what's
the
the
wrong
right
pick.
Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce's the right pick.
It's a good pick.
Travis Kelce
He's a first round. He's a first round guy.
the right pick. He is the right pick.
But he's
Picking
not.
Tyreek Hill.
That tight end spot
He's
is
never
so
gonna go number one though in the
bad.
draft.
There's such a big gap.
He
And
won't
not
go number
only
one.
is he-
He will
He's
not
not
go
gonna go
first
number
round.
one though.
All right, let me
He's
get
gonna go first round, but he's not. I've never
taking-
seen
I mean,
I'm
not
Travis
first round,
Kelce go
the
number one
pick,
in the
I'm taking
draft.
Travis Kelce.
Bro,
I-
everyone's gonna. It is crazy though, because like in my league, everyone knows how good Kelsey is, but he's still gonna fall to the end of the. He's always gonna fall to the end of the first round because everyone's gonna want to take running backs and
Exactly.
receivers that are
That's
gonna
why
be
they're
there.
wrong.
Kelsey is a receiver in his own right. I remember
You said that's why they're
I
wrong.
picked
That's
him.
why they're wrong. And Travis
Bro,
Kelce.
you ain't picking them because I got the same beard.
That's my twin.
Yeah, that's a good pick. But I was gonna say if I get number one, I'm taking Justin Jefferson, like for sure.
I was taking Jefferson. I was taking Hill.
Tyreek Hill is a good one too.
yeah.
Those are my
But
two.
Reek is solely dependent on if Tua is there. If Tua
Yeah.
ain't there, done. But if
Yeah.
Tua there,
Yo, that's another person we left off who got allowing to
a hell
show
of
it.
pressure.
oh bro, I was gonna say Tua. I was gonna say Tua. I was gonna
Bro,
remove
it's like
that
it's so
and
many.
just say Tua.
He got pressure to not be concussed. That's the pressure he got because 3 concussions
he got
last
pressure
year.
there.
Like, I mean, I don't know if he's
Hey, that's
okay.
still pressure because dudes was talking about
He showed
was
us.
retiring.
He showed us he can win.
Yeah, they was
that-
what 8-1 when he was starting.
Was
yeah.
they?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
nigga came back and won the Buffalo game with a concussion. Shit, crazy.
Yo, I got a question though. Like, why is it
whole
that
medical
like
staff should be fired.
quarterbacks like you shouldn't really pick a quarterback in the first round when they're the ones like at the top of the fantasy charts and points.
So because there's other positions that are more valuable. So like, for example, like the running back position, like that is a guaranteed 20 points per game.
If you get a good one.
Historically, quarterbacks can easily and are realistically supposed to get 20 points per game. Like there's more of them. There's a list. You can name 15 quarterbacks that like should average you 20 minimum.
That's
But,
what I'm
like,
saying. I'm looking at the fantasy leaders
running
last
backs
year.
very much. Like the big pool for running backs, like is definitely like, you know, McCaffrey, Justin Jefferson, McCaffrey, what's his
Saquon.
face? Yeah.
And
Saquon.
bro,
But
Jay,
that's
like
what I'm
the
saying.
pro-
I'm looking at
no,
the fantasy leaders of last year, and literally the top 12 fantasy leaders are quarterbacks.
yeah, but like
Yeah.
especially
they
in
bought-
PPR leagues, bro, you get a point per reception. You get for a touchdown, like if a running back or a receiver catches a touchdown, they get like 6 points. If a QB throws a touchdown, he gets 4 points.
Yeah.
That's standard. Like, and then the QB's yards is like a quarter of a point. Like, this shit don't even add up. Like Justin Jefferson can have 11 catches for 200 yards and get 45 points. The only
Yeah.
way a quarterback's gonna get 45 points is if he has rushing touchdowns and don't
Yeah.
turn it over. Like Jalen Hurts would get me like 35
But that's
points
what I'm
a week
saying. That
because
don't
he
make
gets
sense.
2 rushing touchdowns, 2
That's
passing
just how
touchdowns.
fantasy is, bro. That's just how
Yeah,
like, that's
they
the way it is.
devalue the
Like,
quarterback. That's why you gotta wait to pick one because
Yeah.
it don't matter. You can have
But
an
like
average quarterback and still win the league.
nowadays, people will be taking quarterbacks like third, second round. Like, and it's crazy because like it used to never be like that. But like,
Nah,
it-
bro.
I ain't gonna lie.
Bro, it'd be
Nah,
bad.
Real
It'd be
took
bad
Mahomes.
though.
I
'Cause
took a quarterback. I took quarterback the first round last year. I came in third
I
place.
hate that. I hate that though,
Mahomes took
because
Mahomes.
once you take a
Real
quarterback,
took Mahomes.
Nah, I picked Josh
all you
Allen. I came in
doing-
third.
took Josh
all
Allen
you're
the first
doing.
round.
No, that's a good ass pick. I ain't gonna lie. Josh Allen, Hurts, Justin Fields.
I'm picking Hurts with my first. Like if Hurts available in like my third round, fourth round, I'll probably take him. You know what I mean? Like,
For
My
recent
shit- my-
quarterbacks,
My league, my
You
team went
said
to shit
third or fourth
because
round,
if
Williams
he's
got hurt.
available in the third or fourth round, yeah. And my third or fourth
but
pick,
he,
I mean,
but he gonna give you rushing touchdowns.
if he's
So,
but
so
nah,
that-
bro.
so it adds up then. Like those the quarterbacks you want. Everyone picks Mahomes because he's gonna throw like 45 touchdowns. But he
Exactly.
really ain't the one. But he still ends up the top ranked quarterback somehow every
That's
year.
what I'm saying.
If
He's number
Well,
one in fantasy points. When
He
he
always
really
does.
throws
I
more
don't know how he
touchdowns
always
than he
does it.
does rushing.
but like you can prioritize like a top 3 running back, like a top 5 wide receiver, and you end up with like Justin Fields at quarterback. But he's
Yeah.
still averaging you 28, 30 because he was
Yeah.
still putting it in. Like that's
Yeah,
that's
QB
why.
really don't matter, bro. That's
Yeah,
where I
it
fucked up
doesn't.
last year in my one
You
in
can
my
get
one league.
Lamar.
I like players like Christian McCaffrey though, because like bro, you can get a hell of points.
Double
off him.
dipping them
Ridiculous.
points. Yeah.
Yeah,
He
man.
do,
That's what
but
I'm
he
saying.
Catch the
he hasn't
ball.
been saying he gotta stay healthy.
Yeah, but that's why that's the risk with him. He's still going number one. No niggas don't
Yeah.
care because they know when he on that
I
field, he
swear to
getting
God.
40.
Nah,
He
McCaffrey's still
getting
that
40
guy.
guaranteed.
Like if you
I
told
swear-
me right now he's guaranteed healthy for the whole season, like I'd just take on number 1.
I'm picking him number one, yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Like,
McCaffrey, right?
easily
Like-
number one.
just like all factors like involved, like I'm gonna take Kelsey. Like if I have the number 1 pick, like that will be Travis Kelsey. Like
Oh, he's the only tight end I would want. Him or Goddard. Him or Goddard. That's it. And Mark Andrews.
no,
Only
but
three I would ever
even
consider.
Goddard,
Fields
Goddard,
a
I got in, like, the
he's
seventh
also
round.
a wide receiver 1.
Because dudes don't know any tight ends.
Mark
They don't know
Andrews.
tight ends. They only know Andrews, Kelsey, and Kittle.
yeah, that's true.
People don't even think Goddard's good. So like, it's an absolute steal.
That's true.
And you got the
That's
it.
tight end off of Dallas.
Dalton
Schultz is
Schultz.
good too.
Where he at
Yeah.
now? Because he's not with them no more.
Nah,
He's not with them. Well, he's cooked. Not picking him. Wherever he go, he ain't getting the ball like he did in Dallas. It's over. Him
He
and
might be in
Dak was
Houston.
like
He might be
this.
in Houston. I don't know. He might think
You
he's in
can
Houston.
you can fuck around. You can get Evan Ingram too.
nah.
I'm
You know
good.
who's a sleeper
I'm
tight end
good.
pick this year though is Darren Waller.
Hell no.
No,
Hell
he ain't.
no.
No, he
Do
isn't.
not. Yo,
No, he isn't.
Whoever
Darren
watches,
Waller.
whoever watches this, do not pick Darren Waller.
Who?
He will get injured. He is guaranteed.
Darren who?
He will do your fantasy season. I swear, everything I love. Do
Whoever's
not pick
watching
him
this.
if you want to win your league.
I know somebody gonna pick him like third. I know somebody gonna pick him like a third or fourth round.
They're gonna be
I
like,
know
"Oh
that.
man, Darren Waller."
Nah,
yo,
but like if you're taking
played
tight
5
end,
games,
like and
and he's gonna
you're like
have
fifth
no
in line, bro. I'm
touchdowns.
taking Waller.
Bro,
no,
Darren Waller. I'm
no.
picking Darren Waller. Let me get him there. Fuck it.
Take
picked
him.
him 3 years ago. He
No,
had
I ain't gonna
zero
pay attention to Ant.
touchdowns.
No. Ant's the pick to be
Bro,
like,
he's
bro, I'll
married
take
to
Kyle
Kelsey
Pitts.
Plum now. He's
I
good.
don't care
No.
about any of that.
No.
He had
From the fact that
0
he had
touchdowns.
0 touchdowns.
But now you see
How?
why he's so valuable.
How do you have 0 touchdowns?
Got injured.
He had 0 touchdowns. He was the best receiver of his team.
On to the next topic.
Kidding me?
Yo, so
Whole team, he still had digit touchdowns. Stop playing with me, man. Don't pick. Don't ruin
Pick
your
Darren
season.
Waller. Pick Darren
No,
Waller.
Kim.
Sleeper.
Who's
Watch.
throwing him the ball?
Come back
Daniel.
to
Daniel
it. Daniel
Jones
Jones
ain't
ain't got nothing
Daniel
else, bro.
Dimes.
Daniel Jones
Danny
ain't got nothing
Dimes.
else.
He ain't getting the ball to him. Good luck. And if you do get the ball to him, the first time he get hurt, guaranteed.
Bro, he's got his wife to massage him, bro. It's okay.
Kelsey Plum.
Jay, what was you about to say, Jay?
Cheeks.
What was you about to say?
nah, I was saying I seen what you had said on Twitter about Angels keeping Otani at the deadline. Like, what you guys think about that? You guys think like they
Stupid.
should make a run for the playoffs with Otani?
They 5 games back.
Arguably the best.
You just want them to trade him to us.
Has ever seen.
Bro,
Should they ride it out?
He just threw a complete shutout.
He threw
2 home
8
runs
Ks
an hour
today.
later.
2 home runs.
But that's what I'm saying.
And
I
one
feel
hit.
like they're gonna get they'll get way more money and fill up more seats with him being there for the last year than they would if they just went and got whoever to replace.
It's not about the money. It's about, all right, do you want to be set up for the next couple years? Because he's not re-signing with you. Like you're not getting him again. No matter, you can offer him $1 billion, he is not going back to the Angels. So, like, you want to get as much back, bro. He's the greatest asset of all time.
Oh, but you
get
can say
whatever.
that about a lot of stars.
Not
that
about
stay with the
Otani.
team.
Not about, they're
Bro,
not Otani.
look, what did Cavs get for LeBron when he left? When he said, "Yeah, I'm out."
Bro,
Nothing.
baseball and basketball is different.
It's about
Is baseball
how?
and basketball different, bro? He's the greatest asset of all time. He's one of the greatest pitchers and he's one of the greatest hitters, like, together. So, like, the Angels can get anything they wanted, anything they
Watch him
want
out,
from
first
any
of all.
team. Huh?
No, go ahead.
Anything they want from any team they can get. What are you talking about? What are you laughing for?
Go ahead. And just being weird.
Bro, you said something first. Like, what is going on?
I didn't say nothing, bro. Go ahead and talk. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah. Jay is crazy.
Anyway, so yeah, I
Wait, you
think
talking
it's
about the
stupid.
best asset within baseball ever, or like?
I can't compare it to any other sport. So I'm saying in baseball, he's the greatest asset ever.
That's why
Like-
he was saying watch him out.
Oh, you talking about Braun? Bro, like, relax. Relax.
All right, go ahead, guys.
He's the greatest baseball asset ever. Like, I'm not comparing him to LeBron. Like, relax. So, Angels could get whatever they want from any team, and you can't say no to that. Like, you cannot say no because you're getting Otani. Like, he is the most valuable player in the MLB.
You also
And it's not-
don't know what they were, what teams were offering.
Man, please,
the Dodgers.
I'm him Nola,
Padres.
Painter, Wheeler.
Bro.
You give him everybody. Just I'll give you our entire pitching staff. Give me old time, and we'll start over.
Bro, but that's the thing. Like, now they're saying no, we're gonna make a playoff push. Fine. And if that's their argument, then maybe you're right. That they just want to get as much money as possible from tickets or whatever because they're gonna sell out every game to see him. Fine, but you're not making the playoffs. Like, you are 5 games back of the third wild card, not even like the third wild card, and the thing is now they're trading for guys. They traded for Lucas Giolito last night to try to boost up that rotation. Cool, but Mike Trout still isn't even on the field, and he won't be until September. Like, you don't have any offense besides Otani. Like, it's like Otani is the team. So you're not. I don't think they're making the postseason. So I think it's stupid for them to say like we're shutting down talks with every team. because we want to make the playoffs this year. Fine, you're gonna do that, keep him the rest of the year. Now he's gonna go be free agent somewhere else and sign somewhere else because he's not coming back to the Angels. So that's my take on it.
But
Anybody else?
see, your point though about Bron will never get traded. He'll play out his contract and like want to be traded. He didn't do that shit or been traded before. He just plays his contract out and then signs where the hell he wants to sign. Like that guy. So I don't even think Bron even will ever consider himself to be an asset trade. So
Yeah, Brown will never get traded. Like I
like,
think
even now,
if
even
he
now
wanted
they was
to, he
talking
could.
about like even now they was talking about like if it's someone drafted to the got drafted, he didn't get drafted, he would request a trade to that. He would do that. Like he'll just play his and say, "Oh, sign me."
True.
What are you gonna say, Joe?
No, I ain't really got none.
What is your take on it? You think that it was smart of them to keep him?
I think
Hell
if
no, they
they,
should. They should trade him.
I
Go
think
ahead,
if
Joe.
like if it was offers that they didn't really like or they wasn't like that didn't really pop up on a billboard, then sure keep them. But if they was getting like a house from some team, then yeah, it was stupid.
That's the thing. Yeah, we don't know the package of what was sent, but I know teams were in contact with them, of course, about it. But the thing is, like, if I'm any team, I'm like, what do you want for Ohtani? You can have whatever you want. Like, what do you want? Just tell me what you want.
That's what I'm saying. And then, they probably said the house, and teams, yeah,
I don't
And
know.
yeah,
Like
they stupid.
because they would have got
they
a
want a
trade done.
prospect.
Like, let's be real. If it was a number and if it was a list that they really like, come on, like I don't really see them being that dumb to not trade him.
Sure, I understand. I agree with that, but I think Ohtani, like, maybe it's gonna be better off that he, because like if say we traded,
It's still a high market though, bro. It's still a high market. They can still sign him for whatever he wants.
the Angels aren't. He won't be in the Angels anymore. He won't. He's not gonna resign with them. He's not going to.
Nah,
Like,
Caleb, what would be your ideal Phillies
We
package?
don't know that.
Send to
He
the
doesn't
Angels
even
for
speak
Ohtani?
English. You don't know what he wants.
Jay, it's about, bro. The Angels aren't a big bro. The Angels are not a big market team. No one talks about the Angels. Like, no one speaks about the Angels. No one talks about. They had the two best
Bro,
players
but
in the
the money that
MLB.
they're getting and the revenue that they're building up from this year, you don't know what number they can throw at them.
But I'm talking. Fine, they can offer.
It's still LA, bro. Like it's still like a good marketing team.
Sure, they make money because of Mike Trout and Shohei Ohtani. Sure, but the thing is, you gotta understand is like these guys. If he's gonna be in LA, he's going to the Dodgers. If he's gonna be in California, he's going to the Dodgers or San Diego. If he's going to be on the East Coast, he's going to the Yankees. He's going to the Mets. He's going to the Boston. Like, he's gonna go to teams that are known to be big market teams, that are the most popular teams in the MLB. Like, that's how I see it. Now he wants. I'm hearing things that he got a house in Seattle or something like that because it's close, like it's the closest to Japan from here or whatever the case is. Seattle's going to make a run at him in the offseason. I think all 32 teams are going to make a run at him in the offseason. You know what I mean? But I don't think it matters what the Angels throw at him. If he wants to win, he will not be in LA. He just won't be in the Angels. He will go to the Dodgers. He'll go to San Diego. He'll go to those type of teams that have enough around him. Now, Ruben, you asked me what my package would be for him.
Yeah.
I think Nola's gone. Boom, gone. I'm telling you what I would do. Nola, Bohm, gone. Ranger, see you later. Andrew Painter, every top prospect that we have, see ya. And the only ones that are untouchable is the guys that we paid. Trey, Bryce, Schwarber, Castellanos. Those are the four guys that you're not gonna get rid of. I even think they throw in Wheeler for say, see you later. I think they will.
You can't do that.
He's basically saying exactly what I said. Trade them all.
I wouldn't get rid of Wheeler. Wheeler's the only pitcher that I wouldn't get rid of.
You can't get rid of Wheeler, bro.
I wouldn't, bro. I'm telling you what the Angels will probably ask for.
Oh,
they want to get ridiculous. They're like, all right, give us Wheeler, Nola, Suarez.
That's our whole rotation.
I would rebuttal that with I'll give you.
But that doesn't make sense. What do you mean do that? That's not smart.
Wait, you will get rid of Wheeler, Ant?
That's not smart, Ant.
See it, everybody.
So it's basically
That's our problem now. We don't have a rotation. We're missing another lefty in our rotation. Then you're taking away 2 guys.
so
3.
we're getting
You
rid
said
of we're getting
Ranger,
rid of
Nola.
and Suarez, and that means he's gonna be on the Angels all over again because they have no pitching staff.
Exactly. It doesn't make sense.
Well, they figure it out.
And the thing is we are
All
getting
the
him for a
ERA is
2-month.
4.5. They can all kick it.
How are we going to figure it out? We
Dumbass
still need to
niggas.
figure out another left-hander rotation, pitcher
Bro,
rotation.
we have no one. Like our pitching rotation is buns. Besides
We
Wheeler and
haven't
Walker.
figured out. We just figured out our
Shit
bullpen.
sucks.
Out of how many years that took?
Our bullpen was sucked for like 7 years. It was the worst in the MLB for 7
And now you're
years.
talking about figure out the rotation. Something we still ain't figure out.
Bro,
Yeah.
we
got
that's
a
another
bona
thing.
fide number 1.
Bona fide number 1, and then we have
That means
4 other
nothing
days
in
to
a
cover.
7-game series.
We got 4 other days to cover. We can't cover that. Like Shohei can't pitch every game.
3
Especially
times.
nowadays, they
Yeah.
only pitch 100 pitches. They don't go over that no more.
Otani can pitch 3 times in a 7-game series.
No, he
Throw his ass
can't.
to the Wolves.
What's wrong with you?
Throw him to the Wolves.
See, nah,
Yeah, that
I'm not
man-
getting
that
rid of.
man
I'm not.
trash.
If I have a
Trolling,
1-2
bro.
punch, if I have a
trolling.
three,
Jesus Christ.
no, if I have a 3-man punch with Otani, Wheeler, and Walker, I think I'm good. Like rotation wise, I'm like, all right, you got a good. You could win 3 games with those guys. Then you got to cover with the bullpen. You know what I mean? Like Christopher Sanchez hasn't been bad at all. We've scored a combined 3 runs in the games that he's pitched. He could easily be 4-0. You know what I mean? So like that's another thing. We need another bat. We need another bat. Our offense has been brutal at times in the last like 2 weeks of scoring runs. We should have never lost a series to Cleveland. We
Can't
should have
watch
never
that
lost a
shit,
series to Milwaukee.
man.
Huh?
Can't watch that shit sometimes, man. We don't got no
realistic, bro. We
we don't
see
got no
the
pop
least
in the
amount of
lineup,
pitches.
bro. We missing Reese.
We are, and honestly, as much as I hated Reese in the postseason for the dumb errors he made, we are missing him bad in this lineup.
We don't got
bro.
no
Like,
pop, bro. Especially if Bryce not hitting bombs. I know he
from the right-handed side, from the right-handed side, who we got pop from besides Castellanos? There's no pop.
Nothing.
None.
Ain't nothing.
Reese is bona fide 30 home runs and 100 RBIs. Whether he's going to hit 240, but he's going to hit 30 and 100. So, like, you know,
I have a question. Let's say Reese comes back in the second round of the playoffs this year.
in the divisional series.
Where do you put guys at now? Where do you put Bryce back in right field, and do you put Kyle?
He's not playing
to
right.
DH?
He's not playing right this year. Haas
So-
gonna have
so-
to DH. Haas gonna have to DH. Like he's gonna have to.
I was gonna say yes to DH.
He can't play the field after coming off ACL. He's gonna have to DH and just swing it. And Bryce, I don't want Bryce at first base, bro. I'm telling you, he's been making good plays, but he is a madman. He's a maniac. Like he only knows how to play the game at one speed, and you have to
He is
just like
maniac, bro. I swear to
protect
God.
him from himself.
Bro, I went to the
You
game
know
on
what I'm
Monday,
saying? Like-
bro. You should have seen him, bro. I know y'all probably watching the game, bro, but y'all should have seen real time running from first to home. Like, bro, where'd you stop at third? I know he's game, but just stop. Like look at what I'm watching, bro. They gunned his ass. I'm like, oh, what the hell?
The
Hey, you
first
really thought
game
he
he
was safe?
played, the first game he played at first, he's jumping into the camera well. I'm like, dude, give me like relax.
Then on Tuesday, he goes to step on the bag, rolled his ankle, and ran the other dude over.
Yeah,
The fucking trainer.
he's insane, bro. As much as I don't want him playing
Bowling
first,
ball.
if Reese come back, Reese has to DH because he won't be able to like play first base coming off of ACL that quick, and that don't mean Schwarber is gonna have to go back to the field. He's just gonna have to.
Well, honestly, if we're in the second round of the playoffs and he come back, do you even bring him?
Reese, yes, yeah, I'm bringing him back. I think that's just gonna just energize that lineup so much. Like guys are gonna be so pumped to just have him back, and the crowd is gonna be feeding off it, bro. I really think that, and like at any point, he's easy to pop one, bro. He'll pop one. I'm not expecting him to do nothing crazy and like go off and go stupid like he did last postseason.
No,
But-
I'm just thinking about like synergy and what's going on. Like if we go to the bowling, that's what I'm saying.
They love him, bro. I think they love
I
him. I
know.
think having him in the lineup is gonna just boost everybody's like energy, and I think it's gonna take because, bro, realistically, like where would you put him to in the lineup? You know what I mean? Like I'm putting him like sixth to come back, sixth or seventh to come back. You know what I mean? Like and just ease him into it. But at the bottom of that lineup, giving us right-handed pop because Bohm doesn't hit home runs, bro. Let's just be honest. Like
Yeah, we know.
Bohm, it
Yeah.
you know.
Him and Scott, they average.
So you got that pop at the bottom of the lineup with Reese. I think it's good. I think you bring him back. You ease him back. You put him at DH to start. You gotta put Schwarber in the outfield then if that's the case. You know, which and then you replace him with Rojas in the ninth inning. You know, for defensive
Christ.
replacement. Because
Bro.
whether you like it or not,
Jeez.
Schwarber come alive come postseason time. Like he
He is
is known for that.
Yeah.
awful
Like,
in the field, bro.
He's
Oh
terrible.
my
I know.
so big.
He's
And he, oh my God. Watching him play outfield is I'm fucking
Yeah.
claw my eyes out.
I know we're gonna do something at the deadline though. I'm hoping it's something along the lines of Bellinger, Soto, somebody like that we can just plug in left field and be like good riddance to Schwarber's glove. And you know, but if we don't,
So that means
hey,
Bryce will be playing first base forever.
they're planning on Bryce playing the first base for the rest of the season. That's why they're doing it every other game right now to ease him into it. Like Bryce is gonna play first base the end of this year. Like Bryce, they agree with it.
I need Bryce back in right field next year.
Oh, he will be for sure. He's 100% going to be in right field next year, and they're going to DH Cass, but like in Schwarber, like interchangeable days. But yeah, I mean, as of this year,
so long as Schwarber just doesn't have by the time the playoffs come, I'll be fine.
But the thing is, he's
We don't got
going
gloves.
to, bro.
I'm good. Like I can't watch it, bro. I just can't. I can't. Like,
Nah, if we
bro,
trade for
teams
Bellinger,
gonna
and Soto,
start
he'll be
swinging shit over there. Like it's the job.
All right, and speaking of like, we're kind of like I think we're brushing over somebody in the lineup that like has to get going. Do y'all think Trey Turner is going to bust out of this slump, bro?
Nope.
Because this is bad.
I think he's
like,
cooked this year. I think he's cooked.
It is bad, bro. Like
he cooked. Bro, we looking and it got tossed. He had 2 errors before.
That was an awful game, dog.
Was booing the shit out of him.
He got booed every at bat that game. Like, and then his 2 errors, like he got booed. Like, and then with the game that I went to against Milwaukee, bro, he got booed every time he walked up to the plate, dog. Like he was getting booed. Bro, yes, we were booing him the entire time. Like he was, bro. It was 0-2 within 30 seconds. Like,
bro, he's Castellanos last year, bro. This is exactly what Castellanos was doing, bro.
I don't remember.
It was
Cass getting booed though.
No, Cass got booed, bro. Yeah, guys got booed every game. Like after the All-Star break, every game. He got booed every game. They even asked him. Remember, he got into that argument with the reporter, and he said, "Did you hear them booing?" And Cass was like, "Oh yeah, nah, man, I'm deaf." He's like, "Nah, I'm deaf, man. I didn't hear him." But like, thankfully, Cass
I forgot about that.
Thankfully, like Cass has returned to form, but now like we've replaced Cass with Trey now, and it's like, bro, 240 for a guy who's a career 310 hitter is like very underwhelming. Like, you know what I mean? And it's like, geez, bro. And then he's like making the most errors at shortstop too, which that sucks. Like it's on offense and defense. But y'all don't see it happening this year. Y'all don't see like him turning it around.
Nah, because I
think it's
happened, and then
I think
did a 180.
What's up?
No, I think like the level of experience that he has in the postseason, I think maybe like that'll help. Siphon up his confidence, but as of right now, maybe end of August we'll see something. But
Jesus Christ.
That's the thing. Like everybody in the locker room like believes he's gonna snap. Like they were talking about it yesterday. JK was like Trey Turner. Like they didn't even ask him about it. It was like Trey Turner's gonna snap out of the slump, man. Like he's gonna snap out of it. Alec Bohm saying and I know that his teammates, so they have to say it. Like I don't know if they necessarily believe
bro,
it.
He's good, bro. Like he's too good.
That's what I'm saying. He's too good.
Is
in the WBC.
Time
2 weeks before the season started, he was the best player in the WBC. Like how do you go from that to this? Like in 2 weeks. And like,
but you said it last year though, man. Sometimes it's hard being in the new stadium, new environment.
I know this.
Our fans are a lot different than LA fans.
Bro, I argue with my dad about this nightly, bro. He was like, I don't understand how you a 300 hitter and then you come over here and you suck. Like Castellanos
your
was the
dad,
same. Like, bro,
your dad is the same guy who wants the 4-hitter to bunt. So
yeah, that's another thing. Oh yeah, I wanted to bring that up on the show because he's upstairs right now. I'm pretty
What?
sure he hears me talking about this. My dad is like, he's very old school. He goes first and second, nobody out. I don't care who's hitting, you bunt. I'm like, Dad, it's Bryce Harper. You don't bunt over, like you don't bunt Bryce Harper. You don't sacrifice Bryce Harper. And he said, I don't understand how a guy like Castellanos, who can hit the ball, who's a contact hitter, can't just square up and bunt. I was like, he hasn't been asked to bunt since Pee Wee League. Like, he's not bunting, bro. Like, I'm sorry. Like, guys like Stott, that's
Those
guys
dudes
like, even like Stott,
are-
I don't care. You don't like, no. Like, bro, I'm
But-
sorry.
Bro,
Like,
how the hell would you ask your 3 or 4 hitters to bunt? They don't supposed to bring in the runs.
thank you. Hey, I'm glad y'all can say it because I argue, bro. This is nightly. This is nightly, and I'm like, bro. Even the analytics prove if you bunt guys over, you're still not scoring these guys. Like you're gonna score these guys with Bryce Harper and Castellanos hitting these guys in rather than sacrificing, giving yourself up for an out. These pitchers are too good, bro. You're not stringing together 4 or 5 hits against these guys. Like,
bro, it's very hard, especially you're talking like basically like against the bullpen. They're throwing absolute fumes to square up a bunt and a ball's coming at you 98, 99 miles per hour.
with movement. These guys are come out the bullpen throwing 98-mile-an-hour sinkers. You're not
That's
bunting.
hard. That's very hard to square.
Yeah, he was like, "Oh man, just get to the front of the box and just like get square early." I'm like,
Like we
yeah,
seen that yesterday when dude tried to square one down and popped it up on the plate. JT almost caught it.
bro. Jose Ramirez, who's one of the best contact hitters, bro. He tried to bunt in that Cleveland series. That was the worst bunting attempt I've ever seen in my life. Like, these guys don't bunt, dog. Like, I'm sorry. The one thing I do want to see more is us stealing, though, bro. Like, I want to
was
see
gonna
running.
say that, bro. Like even John was in the booth. I forget what game it was, but Trey was on first. It was no outs.
Yeah,
and he's just cooking a steak on first base. I'm like,
yeah,
and John's like,
Run.
what the heck did we get him for? We got him to steal bases,
yeah.
especially with the new rules, the bigger bases. Why aren't we going?
Bro, with the new rules, it's like guys like that should be getting 60, 70 steals a season. Like,
Bro,
Why are we going? Why are we stealing?
Acuna had like 50 at All-Star, bro.
yeah, he's on pace for like 90. Like he on pace for 90 steals. So like Trey
that
Turner,
pisses me off, bro.
yeah,
That
Trey
pisses
Turner, you
me
get on
off.
first base, you got your 2 sliding mitts, and you're not running. What are you doing?
Shit, that bro, you probably don't, bro. He been in such know what it feel like to be on base. It's
Got
probably
two
just
freaking-
like shit. I'm just
He
trying to
got
be out
2
here right
frying
now.
pans on his arms.
He'll be out there like this, and then just be there, just at first base chilling. And Bryce be running more than Trey. JT steals more bags than Trey. That's crazy to me. Like, Trey is known for he had 40 last year.
Hey,
How you
Trey
not on
is happy
pace?
to
Like,
be out there, man. He not on
He's-
base. There. He just enjoying himself.
Yeah, bro, he's fucking cooked.
He's
bro.
like, damn, first
he
base,
really,
that's what you like.
I'll be right back.
bro, he not used to being on base.
Nah, man. He's like, I'm
Terrible
gonna try
year.
to stay here.
If he gets on base, he's like, shit, I'm on base, so I'm here. Like,
Oh,
I haven't
yeah.
been doing. I gave y'all something, but though we do need to start running. Yeah. We got athletes like Roa, bro. He be
Man, we
gone.
got a lot of superstars, man. We just so
Superstars.
inconsistent. Well, you know what I mean. Like,
We got
stars.
players. We got good
We got players, bro.
We got good players. Like, bro, we should have a way better record than what we have. Like,
Yeah.
I just it don't make any sense to me how this team was like after they had the same exact record as it did last year. After what was it?
after the All-Star break?
Yeah,
Or after July, I mean?
yeah, something like
Yeah.
that. I've seen it. Last year we were 53 and 37 or some shit like that. This year, same thing. Like, how?
Bro, it's just like
Better.
we're never
Reese
if we don't get
being
off to a
dominant and Trey playing like Castellanos, like technically, like, do we realistically have a better team than last year right now? Like
we do.
And-
We do. I think we do.
The rotation
Because
started off
Stott's better.
garbage.
the way we're playing, like Trey is taking a huge leap back.
Yeah, but you got guys like Stott who hit 190 last year. Stott's hitting 305 and is fifth in hitting. And then you got guys like Bohm, who's hitting very well. Brandon Marsh leads the
I
team in
like Alex
OPS.
him very well.
We need to bring
Yeah.
Trey down the lineup.
I think you put him sixth right now. Let him hit his way back up into the top of the lineup. I think you have to.
I was gonna.
I keep
ask
Castellanos at second. I keep Castellanos second.
I like that.
I keep Castellanos second, and I put Bryce. I put Stott behind Harper wherever he is. If he's hitting fourth, I put Stott fifth. I'm probably not gonna put Stott fourth. I'll put probably Bone there, but or Real Muto. But even though Real Muto, he's been borderline awful this year too.
He's another one.
Yeah.
I think
He's another one.
guys is like, bro. But the thing is, we got experience. These guys are veterans. I think coming late into the season, they know how to win. They're going to know how to win. And with the wild card, the way it's looking up, we're right there. We have the same chance of getting that top wild card spot.
I don't understand why you're not hitting home runs.
I understand Harper, bro.
Friendly ballpark.
I understand that. You're right. I agree with everything you're saying, man. But we wasn't doing it last year. And look what happened in the postseason. They called us the Broad Street Bombers. We started raking.
No, but what John was saying was a lot of the games that we were winning last year, we found, those cracks later in the offense, and we wound up coming back and winning a lot of those, close games that we're not doing this year.
Right.
So
I understand.
That's a big part too. Our bully ball has been off a little bit.
Look at when we took off last year, though. We took off last year after the deadline. Like that's when we really started taking off. Our August was like exceptional, and because we got Brandon Marsh. Brandon Marsh hit 300 with us last year, and he's hitting very well this year. You know what I mean? And Dave Dombrowski is gonna make a move at the All-Star break. Like at the deadline, he's going to do something. We can't keep the same team because we can't expect to do something in the postseason with this team. We got to make a move somewhere. Got to get another bat. Got to get maybe another starting pitcher. We definitely got to get another starting pitcher because Suarez has been bad, like terrible. He's been getting absolutely demolished. And Taijuan Walker, he's known to fizzle out in the second half. He has great first halves like he did this year. He won 11 games in the first half. Now we got to see if he's gonna reverse that thing that they always be saying because he sucks in the second half of his career. He has like a career 6 ERA in the second half. So I gotta see, if he doesn't go back to that, because Nola, God, I need Nola to do something because, if our one,
you remember that Rays game? You remember that Rays game he had when we was 4th of July?
Nola?
Yeah, I haven't seen nothing after that.
He shoved that game, but that's the thing. He's had great spot starts, and then he goes up against Washington and gives up 8 runs in 6 innings. So. I don't. That's what evens out to his 4.5 ERA right now.
He's a walking home run.
Yeah, bro. That
three curveballs and them Jones go one.
I think honestly, I'm gonna be optimistic just because I'm a Phillies fan, but I think this next stretch of series that we got Pittsburgh for 3. We got Kansas City, we got Washington, we got Miami. Miami's on the downfall right now too. We got to take advantage of these next 4 or 5 series that we got to kind of separate ourselves in the wild card. Because then we got guys we got the Braves still. We got the Mets who we never can beat. You know what I mean? So we got to kind of take advantage here. But I think we will. I think we're going to be fine. I think at the end of the season, when it's all said and done, we're going to have another Red October. And we're going to be lit up again like last year. You know what I mean? I think it's going to happen. So.
Let's hope, man.
Yeah, I'm just hoping that then, you know what I mean, Eagles football start. So we all good. You know what I mean? We straight. So we're again. You know what I'm saying? So what else I got to talk about? Anything else? You good?
Yeah, we can
Yeah, I think we're good.
You're not gonna go off today, bro. All right.
What happened? Who?
Next week I'm on 8%.
Yeah. Next week, Jay, you got to start off next week with not coming at women like hard off the bat, but you
no,
look,
I'll just give women we'll all share opinion on advice that we should give to women.
Okay, all right. They're gonna call us incels for this, but it's okay.
Yeah, and then after that we'll just go right into it.
You mean you go right into it? I got you.
Jalen got some things to say.
Jalen got some stuff to get off. Well, we all I do too.
Hey, not everyone is in a happy private relationship like Ruben. So sorry.
Yeah, Ruben. Ruben's like, no, I'm living my best life, bro. I got a girl. I don't know what y'all talking about. Like,
Bro,
come on,
he
man.
don't even send me TikToks of women anymore. It's either about
He can't.
soccer
He can't
or
because his girl be right
or
next to him.
some black and white joke. Like, dude, like, come
Yo,
on, I
Black
want to
and
see some
white
booty.
joke.
yo, black and white joke is crazy.
Is this true? Is this true?
Some black and white joke.
Yo, that's crazy.
It's just clear cut, or some dry humor bull crap
Yeah,
that he
yeah.
only laughs to.
No women at all.
You're not
None.
super salty, you don't appreciate the TikToks I send you anymore. It's crazy.
I look at him, not everyone I like,
Bro,
but I react.
Bro, I was having a ball today, bro. I know your fucking notifications were on fire.
I'll go ahead and look, bro. My bad.
Yo,
I got
because
you. I got you.
sometimes Jay be sending me like there be a times where I won't be on TikTok for like maybe like a couple days, and then I go on my TikTok, bro. Jay sent me like 15, and I'm like, I gotta go through all these right now.
Yeah, and 14 of them are women.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm sorry, man.
It's not.
White
Hey,
women.
hey, brother, I'm gonna tell you right now, keep sending them because I'm, you know what I mean. Work out for me. But hey, man, we can wrap this up. It was great getting back on and talking to you guys. We're gonna have an episode next week. You know, hopefully we can get everybody together. And we're gonna try to keep putting them out as regularly as possible. Because there's a lot of things to talk about. You know, even not just sports, man. We're gonna cover a lot of other topics because there's a lot of other things going on in this world. Next week we could probably talk about this UFO thing that's going on, and we can all talk about that. So there's lots of things going on. So we got it. You know, we got a lot of topics to cover. So, thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. Get all your notifications. Keep your notifications on YouTube. Subscribe if you haven't already. Share this podcast to whoever. You know, we're just trying to have fun doing this thing, man, and we appreciate your support. So we'll see y'all next time on What's Next.